Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. So today is a very experiment. Today I'm doing a new show this Saturday roundup, and I am indeed in Costa in Eastbourne and just enjoying my coffee. And I just wanted to do something random and different. I like mixing things up, and I hope that this new experiment show takes form later on. Each week, as I said, I'll be in a different location, going live with you, talking about mental health and also around AI as well, and how we can kind of merge the two together, which I'm trying to do with my Mental Health for You brand. Today I'm advertising Steve Talks, which is over up in that corner. So in today's debut bespoke random show, forgive the sound, it is a bit noisy, it's not that busy, but I should be able to give you something a little bit positive, so hopefully you can take away something at the end of the show. Anyway, let's get into it. So today I'll talk to you in brief some of the topics that I've been looking at this week. The first one being AI and code bias, which I've been looking at. I watched a documentary on Netflix. I thought it was very interesting. I did laugh at a lot of it because I think there's a lot of scarcity around facial recognition and privacy data and that kind of stuff, and I know that's a pretty important thing for a lot of people. It doesn't really affect me because I don't really have that perception of it's my data. So, but I'll talk in brief about that. And then I'll also talk to you about watching movies for better mental health. I was going to release a video today around Top Gun and how I watched it and it helped me in my childhood. But I decided to go with this random video instead. And also give you my weekly golden tip around mental health. Okay? So, anyway, AI and bonus. AI and code bonus. So, I'm not a code writer, but I do understand that there should be ethics around AI and data intelligence and privacy. Now the problem is in the future, and China's already got this, that facial recognition is already working and it's already going in China, which is for a lot of people it's not really what they want to do, it's not what they want to see, and they feel infringed upon that. And I've watched a video this week on Netflix, I can't remember the documentary, code bias, something like that, and it was quite interesting that some UK police forces have started to experiment, have been for a couple of years now I think, around facial recognition. And you walk down the street and you see this police vehicle, and the police vehicle actually, he's got cameras on it and he's looking at you, and there was a guy with he put a hoodie up because he didn't want to see his face, and then he got not arrested but he got a fine for it because he the police felt that he was trying to hide. Now this is quite interesting for me. I mean, with the, just going to reference the Cambridge Analytica case, okay, that was quite interesting for me as a researcher. I did publish an article this week on it, and you can find that on Empathy News magazine. I've got so many brands at the moment, I'm trying to run them all quite hard, but it was interesting to see the conversation around Cambridge Analytica and merging that with code bias, because we can create pretty much any software we want these days. The AI language model of ChatGPT is quite interesting, and it's certainly helping me develop more than one brand at the same time. However, with AI and code bias, the data that we get, the data sets and all that kind of stuff, is telling me and us that we need to have more ethical considerations towards the public, and rightly so. However, my case in argument against that is that, it's very hard for me to say, okay, right, if someone's taking a picture of my face and it's a police officer, I don't mind. If someone wants to take a picture of my face that's random in the street, maybe that's a bit obscure. But your data is everywhere anyway. And I think the more that we fight against AI and data and facial recognition and code bias, yes, we need ethical considerations, committees, code of practice. I don't think you're going to do much good. And everyone says, oh, it's my data, but we didn't create this world. And for me, I just think it's a bit obscure to sort of like fight back. But I understand people being upset. But for me, I'm really just giving you my opinion. But I do think, from a research perspective, there is certainly a dangerous cycle of mental health problems that are created around data privacy, because you can upset someone if you take their data, and anything you do to upset anybody and it's not governed by law, administration, code of practice is dangerous. So on a serious side, it is important for us to recognise that data privacy laws improve, Facebook and even this platform here, LinkedIn, there needs to be more work to do around that. But we've all got that responsibility, whether we design the codes ourselves or we use the platforms ourselves. So I think it's more about collaboration and empathy and working together towards something that's safe for everybody, which is hard to do in this world because you're always going to have bad content. Anyway, moving on to something a little bit more positive. I'd like to talk to you about watching movies for better mental health. I did record this really great video that I was going to throw out live, pre-recorded but put on live, which didn't seem right to me, around Top Gun or any movie that you feel you've watched in your life that's really helped you in your mental health, because I feel that we can use films to reflect back on happy times, and they create memories, which is so good for us. So I really want to just advertise and champion to everybody out there, just to say, look, take as much rest as you want at the weekend, watch plenty of movies. They create memories, they help your mental health, especially if you're watching good content. However, sometimes we have to be careful. For me, because I'm a born-again Christian, I don't watch horror films. I think it's, we have to be careful around our brains, and that's really important, I feel. So we're going to close off on that one. And my last really thoughts, I want to keep this show under 15 minutes. It's my golden tip of the day, golden tip of mental health. I've been talking this week on my podcast and around my other brands on reflection and the power to reflect upon what we've been through, because yes, I am a survivor of trauma. My childhood wasn't very good, but I know that I worked through that through reflection and understanding that I can, what they call, you can cognitive reframe something and reframe it, and then you emotionally relearn that particular time in your life, which is also, from research, very good for PTSD sufferers, because I found in my particular area of research that PTSD and what I suffer from, which is NEED, non-epileptic attack disorder, that they kind of they do correspond to each other. So sitting down, getting a pen and paper, writing and reflecting upon how we're feeling now, what we've been through, is a healing system on its own, which is what you call healing through writing. Okay, sorry if I'm going really fast, but I want to get this out there and help as many people as possible. But I think I'll slow down now and just have a sip of my coffee and just say thank you for watching. I'm in Costa. I'm going to do these shows once a week if I can. I'll go to a different location if possible, because I just like experimenting with social media, and I think it's fun. It helps me when I do these videos, because in a way I'm reflecting through this video of what I've done for the week in terms of, you know, writing, making videos, learning new materials, which is really good. And I want to just say to you, look, have a great weekend. These 10-15 minutes that I do go really quick, and I want to get as much information to you as possible in the shortest time, but not too short, okay? But I just, want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend. I'll enjoy my rest of my slightly bit cold coffee. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, and wish you a great weekend. Take rest, reflect as much as you can, sit down like I am right now, sit down in the chair, and just, you know, relax as much as you can. If you've got kids, you've got to take your kids out, shopping, whatever, you know, crack on. But yeah, again, my final tip is to learn the power of reflection. It's so important. It's really good for our mental health. It will help and improve you now, tomorrow, next week, next year. It's so good. And if you're, you know, if you want to push the boundaries even further, reflective writing, pen and paper job, get down your thoughts, and yeah, okay. So I'm gonna bid you a good day and have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in again next week as I find a new location for this show. Thank you.